So let's just get started. I have a feeling a lot of people are just going to see the replay of this, but that's totally fine. So first off, I wanted to give shout outs for Success Club. So let me just pull up this because I just had it up and then I put it down. We're on the 10th of the month already, and Yesenia, I always say that wrong, has 2 points. And I want to give a shout out to Christine, who has 4 points already, although they are not under her account because she is unofficially Diamond. She will be going Diamond on Thursday, and I'm super, super pumped to actually introduce her as official Diamond. But that's really, really exciting. She has worked her ass off for this, and I'm definitely going to be making sure that she does a call for us because she's been kicking some serious ass. And then Heather has 1 point, and I meant like 8, I think. So if you guys didn't catch last week, or not, it wasn't last week, it was Tuesday, I did the Pure Synergy call about how to run challenge group sneak peeks. I posted the layout, basic posting for how I run my sneak peeks. I've only done it 2 times, but this is basically how I've done it each time. And each time I've come out with about 8 Success Club points from that sneak peek alone. So it's definitely effective. It's going to get more effective the more that we do it because we're going to perfect what we're doing. And you also have to add in your own flair to it. Summit is coming up at the end of the month, so there won't be a call at the end of the month. I think it's like the 31st. So just be aware of that. And then Super Saturday, I think, is the following weekend or maybe the weekend after that. So I will post how to find your local Super Saturday so that you have that and you can figure out where yours is. All right, so I think that's basic stuff that I needed to cover. The new team calendar is up as well under the pinned post. All right, so I asked what people wanted to see on team calls, and I still would love to know for anybody else, what you guys want to know, what you want to be learning, and definitely either private message me or post in the group to let me know what you guys want to learn. But we had a special request that I could not help but cover from Trisha, and her question was, what are the benefits or what benefits are there to being public about being a coach? Benefits meaning for me, for the customer, all around, versus being annoying to your friends, eye-rolling, all that kind of stuff. So basically, what are the benefits of going public? So there are a lot of answers to this, and I honestly don't anticipate this call being super long just because of that. But honestly, to go public, first off, it's beneficial to you as a coach because there's this really good point of just for algorithms on Facebook in general. For any online business, you have to be public because it's like having your own store doors locked during business hours if you're set to private. So that's like basic. You're not going to get out there to anybody if you don't make your post public, if you don't make that kind of stuff public. And I also want to mention that this doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be public about every single thing that you post. You can actually edit your posts. Oh, this weird light coming in. You can actually edit the privacy of your posts for certain posts if you don't want a certain person or a certain group to see them. And you can also, for instance, a lot of coaches are worried about posting about their kids or that kind of stuff, privacy reasons for being public. And while you should definitely still post some of that stuff because we want to have lifestyle posts, obviously that is your own discretion, and you can choose a lot. There's some coaches that just choose not to share pictures of their kids, so they set those specific posts to private, whereas all of their other posts are public. But here's one of the big things. First off, every single coach, when they sign up, is worried about annoying their friends and family. And it's very easy. Okay, so with a lot of different companies, it's very easy to see that some people don't have training, and they just post straight business, like they don't include anything about their lives, and it just looks like they have a one-track selling mind. You don't want to be like that at all. In fact, I just like, I will call you out if you're like that, because I don't want to see that at all, because it's salesy, it's not good. But you do want to have kind of rounded posts. So rounded being, you want lifestyle posts, you want, your kids, your work, your just hobbies in general, but you do also want to talk about your fitness and your health. And the reason that you want all of those kind of posts is because you don't just have a one-track mind. You don't only think about fitness all the time. You're a person, and you have other interests, and you have other things that you do in your life besides just work out 24/7. So here's the thing about being worried about your friends and family being annoyed by this. There are going to be some people that will be annoyed. And a lot of that, you kind of just have to understand, is because that's something that they're dealing with. And I know that's hard to kind of grasp, but usually when somebody has an issue with somebody else, it's because they have that issue within themselves. So that's like a big difference that you start seeing once you start doing personal development yourself, because usually when somebody doesn't want to see your fitness post, when they don't want to see your, if they don't want to cheer you getting healthy on, it's usually because there's something that they feel insecure about within themselves in relation to that. Also, with people who do get annoyed, I mean, first off, they're really not going to get annoyed if you just post, if you're posting like a regular person too, and you're not just posting straight fitness all the time. But the people that will get annoyed, honestly, those are not the people that you're going to be helping anyways, because it's like, that's just not your tribe. That's not somebody that you're going to mesh well with. And it's fine. You're not out there to help every single person, because not all of us relate to every single person. There are some coaches that I relate to more, and then other ones where I'm like, I would never have signed up with them. And it's just because personalities. So the reason why you really should not worry about posting about this kind of stuff is because you could potentially help somebody else better their lives. So how I always see it is, if I can post this that will help to inspire and motivate somebody else to make that small change in their lives. And I'm going to tell you that most people don't reach out to you, at least for a long time, to let you know that you're making an impact on their lives. I have people that reach out to me after months. Sometimes, like, I'm not even kidding. Like, there are people that will say, oh, I've been watching you for like a year. And they never said anything to me before, but they're like, I started this because of you. I did this because of you. So yes, you could potentially annoy some people that really they're just going to get annoyed with you regardless of what you do. But you could potentially inspire and help a lot of other people that you would never have been able to help had you not just posted. And you want to share about how you feel. It's not all about selling. It really is not. And that's there's that saying that we always like to say, where we're not salespeople, we're shares people. It's because we share what works for us. We share what we're doing. And depending on your level of commitment to the business in general, obviously myself, I'm going to be posting more than a discount or just a hobby coach would. Where, like, we'll just talk about a hobby coach. A hobby coach basically you post, you don't treat the business really like a business. It's just kind of like there, and you help people that want to get on board with you, but you're not going out there and trying to find people. Whereas me, I'm literally going out there and trying to find people. But by you posting your story, that in itself is going to inspire other people and draw them to you, in which you could help them from that. So, I mean, I actually asked in a different group just to get some other opinions on what to say, because obviously I have my own views on going public about all this stuff. But there's, for one, going public makes you accountable. Yes, our groups make you accountable too, but going public definitely does. Actually, I mean, this is kind of a sort of known fact, but I started out my journey in general posting everything on YouTube. It was before I got into Beachbody whatsoever, and I would post things publicly. I would post videos publicly on YouTube, kind of my workouts, but more so like progression pictures. And I kind of got a lot of creepy guy comments, so I deleted it. But but really making myself public did give me that accountability. But like I said, our groups, especially our groups with how active they are, do give you that accountability as well. But it makes you even more honest, because there are literally people watching you do this stuff. And then somebody else said that she never questioned going public because you really don't have any control or what other people think of you. It doesn't matter what you do. They're going to think what they think. You can't control other people. You can't control their thoughts, their minds. But you being you being authentic, you sharing what's working for you, what's making you feel freaking amazing, there's nothing wrong about that whatsoever. And like I said, the people that do find that annoying, I mean, those are negative people that you really don't need in your life anyways, because somebody who's going to be negative about somebody changing their lives for the better is not really somebody that I want to hang out with anyways. But like I said, you can make adjustments to your posts, but it's just not going to reach as many people that way. So let me see here. I mean, even when you're posting about things, you just want to be real. You want to be authentic. You want to be talking about what's working for you. I'm repeating myself a lot here because it's the absolute truth, is that people who are going to get it and people who are going to want to do that eventually, people who are going to want to be inspired by you are just going to keep on watching you. Other people might unfollow you. They might unfriend you. I've been unfriended. I've been ignored. I've been blocked. I've had it all done to me. And I don't really give a shit, because those people are not people that I want to hang out with. Those people are not people that I want to interact with. I don't even want them like vibing with me on my newsfeed, because it's like, I love what I do. I love helping people. And I love that I actually do make an impact on somebody's lives, or on somebody's life rather. But it's that makes me not fear about posting about my journey, even like not even health related. I post about everything. I'm completely 100% real. Yes, I might not give exact details, like say about my divorce. I didn't tell a lot of people about that for a long time, but I was posting like, listen guys, I'm going through some shit. I feel like shit. I can't even do shit, but I know it'll get better, and I will work through it. I can't even tell you how many people messaged me telling me thank you for just posting something that helped them get through a personal situation that they were going through. So if I would have never done that, if I would have bottled it all up and thought, I'm going to ignore somebody, I'm going to like be negative on my newsfeed, I would not have helped those other people. And I still have people reaching out to me to this day trying to talk about that kind of stuff, because they know that I'm raw about it, that I'm authentic about it, that I'm not afraid to say something because I know that it could help somebody else. And that's really what it boils down to, is if you know that you can help somebody else, it is selfish of you not to do that, because you can help somebody's life change. And that's what it is. So that's pretty much my spiel on it. Did I kind of cover what you wanted to hear, Trisha?
Doesn't say you have me muted. Yeah, I think you covered it for the most part. I think that from my perspective, I have a lot of people on my feed who obviously are involved in Beachbody, and so I can see the varying takes on how they do that. So like some people are very salesy, some people are not, some people are very real, like what you're saying. And so when that's like, if that is what's filling my feed, I kind of start to wonder like who actually is listening to this. Like, dude, does everybody's feed look like this? I know it's not real because it doesn't. But like what part of, I don't know if I join in and I'm doing that as well, then like what benefit am I giving to anybody else who is seeing 19 different posts from 19 other coaches that just annoy the bejeebies out of them? You know what I mean?
Maybe they didn't relate to those 19 other coaches. You know, like you could be that one person that they look at and they're like, that's somebody that I totally get. They came from that same point that I did. That's why I always talk about being so like yourself, because somebody might connect with you on some totally non-fitness related level, and they might want to go to you as opposed to anybody else. And that's, I mean, it's true. Like, I can guarantee you that somebody that is not even close to the type of person I am, I mean, like, it's true, like where I've started talking to people that just did not, they were just nothing like me. And you don't have to be exactly like anybody, but it was just like such a world of difference. And then I've seen them actually sign up with other people, and it's because they didn't relate to me at all. And that's why, you know, like they relate to you on different levels other than fitness. And that's why you don't want to be all salesy, and you don't ever want to be salesy anyways, because I can't imagine that any of those people that are being salesy actually make any money, because like, it's just that. But our news feeds, because I mean, especially you've been in this for like a year, so yours,
right,
and you've added a lot of people from the groups, and you interact with those people a lot. So your newsfeed is going to have a lot more than somebody who has not been involved in the community yet. Because if that was true, if somebody, or if you know, like I don't always have to go to other people. People come to me a lot, and that's the majority of my business now, is because people come to me because they see me being consistent. And honestly, there's a lot of other coaches that start and then they stop. They aren't consistent. And why would somebody want to go to somebody else that's not being consistent, not getting results? And just, I mean, and once again, if they don't relate to that person, then they're not going to go to them.
I a lot of that. Like a lot of stopping and starting. I really do. And maybe I know it's just my point of view because I get on weird different feeds, but that is super annoying to me, you know, just for the record.
Yep. And I've seen, that's why I always tell coaches, I mean, obviously this is your first team call, but with coaching, you can't just start and stop, just like with your fitness, because I mean, people do it all the time, but you have to restart everything, because people, I mean, like Facebook moves so quickly, social media moves so quickly. If people aren't seeing you be consistent, I wouldn't personally want to go to somebody else that didn't work out every day. Like, I wouldn't want to go to somebody who didn't actually take this seriously. I wouldn't want to go to somebody that didn't actually like put in any effort, because I wouldn't feel like they would put in enough effort towards me to help me change.
Mm-hmm.
And to be completely honest, I mean, you have been incredibly, incredibly present in all the groups, and I've been like, she needs to just coach already. Like, seriously.
You're talking to a whole team, not just me. Remember, there's like 4 people on here, right?
There is, but this is a topic that you were wondering about. So, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And this goes to anybody else who has had these thoughts as well. All right. So, do you have? I mean, did I cover it? Do you feel a little bit better?
You did. You covered it. You answered it in a manner that I can understand. How about that? Yeah. I mean, am I going to start tomorrow and like start posting like half naked pictures of myself? Probably not. I might need a little extra time. No, you answered what I was looking for. You did.
Yeah. I mean, just go into it. Even if it's starting off small, you don't have to I mean, this goes for anybody that wants to even transition from like discount hobby to full-time or, whatever levels. You don't have to just go in full force. You can if you want, but you don't have to. And your whole goal behind it should just be to help people, because that's what we do. We do make money from it, especially on my level, but you go out with the intention of bringing in new people to help them change their lives. And just, if you can share your story, if you can share your progress, and that inspires somebody else to do even anything, even if they don't purchase anything from you, but if they just start getting up off their ass, that is awesome in itself. Okay. So let me just share really quick so I can actually show how to change, if I can speak full sentences here, how to change your privacy on your posts. All right, so to make all of your posts public, I think that's in your actual settings, but for certain posts, say I was posting a picture of my kids and I did not want to post that publicly, you can change it right here to your friends. You can also go to more options. You can make lists of people and you can exclude them or just show those posts to those people. But the thing about doing any of these friends or any of the customs, where if you go to custom, you can actually don't share with certain people. So if there's people from work or people from your family or something that you just don't want to see it, you can go to that. But if you do that, it's not going to be totally public. It's not going to be totally public to the point where it's public to everybody else except those people. It's just kind of regular privacy on your Facebook, and then it excludes those people. So just be aware of that. But that's literal publicness on Facebook. All right, so there's that quick little tip there. So yeah, I'm glad that you asked a question. Once again, if anybody has anything that they want to hear on a team call, please message me, comment in the group, so that I know, so I can prepare ahead of time and cover a certain topic if that's something that you want to be learning about, if that's something that you need to hear. Because obviously I don't do these to talk to myself. I do these to help you guys. All right. So that's it. And everybody have a fantastic Sunday night. All right. Bye.